Hey there, thanks for tuning into my channel. Last week, we had daily races at the Temple of Speed, Monza, and boy, did I have a good time. I was able to set pretty good times on the GTR, but being who I am, I always end up driving the Ferrari. This week, I wanted to share with you my favorite race from the week. I had some amazing battles with fun overtakes and strategic defending. I really hope you enjoy this format. So without further ado, T1 on lap 1 at Monza always offers a lot of action. So even though I started from the back, I was able to get a few free passes done off the bat. Coming towards the second chicane, I already had a side-by-side battle. It is so satisfying to nail this chicane. On the first corner, you want to place 2 tires on each side of the sausage curve. On the second one, in a full race, I usually don't go as far, as it's very easy to get a penalty. I accept the bump I get from the sausage, but I'm still able to keep the throttle maxed out. As you can see, I get a much better exit. I think that's 4 places I've made, just by staying on the track. There was a little contact there, and even though I don't think it affected either one of us, looking at it back, I should probably have given it back. But looking forward, now I start my first battle of the race with the gold Audi ahead. This is a good example of how the Ferrari lacks top speed. As I try to claim the inside line early, they start to drift away. So I'm forced to go back for a little more slipstream. Let's rewind a little. As soon as I saw him behind me, I knew I could close the corner and go for the fastest exit. Let's take one more look. But this marks the start of the epic back-and-forth battle I had with the 911 ahead. That was an awful misjudgment on my behalf, so I gave them a few headlight flashes to say, sorry, and own up to it. He was a good sport about it, and we continued our little battle. To be able to compete with the Ferrari on the straights, you need to get every ounce of slipstream possible. Coming towards Parabolica, I go for the inside line for 2 reasons. I'm really close, so if he brakes earlier than expected, I end up in front rather than on his fender. And this could also throw them off, as they might see this as an inside dive. It didn't work this time, but I have slipstream coming towards T1 again. They know how powerful the inside line is, so they try to squeeze me, but ultimately they let off. Rinse and repeat. battle has just started. This time they had the inside line covered, and it was best to just let them have the overtake. Plenty of racing left. I had a little moment there, but luckily the 911 has to serve a penalty, and I get him right back. But look who's back. Our battle has lost both of us time, and the gold Audi is all over my rear again. Time to shift to a defensive approach. Just like that, I'm back to square one. I think that's another good example of how effective the chicane exit is if you get on the power early. Now let's get that 911 again. Now as I go chasing after the 911, let's take a moment and listen to the beautiful V8 engine. while the 911 is just a small dot out in the distance, you wouldn't expect one of my greatest moves ever to be just around the corner.
We're going to have one lap of racing to decide the championship, and we have got 3.2 miles of racing action all the way to the checkered flag.
He's going to have to weave like crazy. Got a better drive off the loop. He will be faster down them straight.
He's not going to get a chance to weave because already Hamilton is within the far enough back. He's going to make the lunge down the inside. It's a late lap and they almost touch. They're going wheel to wheel, but they almost make contact into turn 9. Who's going to be last on the brakes? He's going to try and go around the outside and it takes the lead of the race.
We're going to need another look at that. This is sim racing at its finest. When both drivers are clean, you get such amazing moments. But it's not over yet. So as that battle was concluded, I decided it was a good time for the mandatory pit stop. After the pit stop, things were pretty quiet, and not a lot of noteworthy things happened. On the final lap, I did get a little glimpse of the leader, who did a little taunt by the finish line. All in all, this race was incredible, and I'll gladly take second place. Like always, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments about anything that happened during the race, but also about this content in general. Are you interested in seeing more race videos with commentary, or should I rather focus on something else? Thanks so much for watching and supporting this channel. Please help me reach my goal of 75,000 subscribers. It only takes a few seconds.